My name is Joseph, and with me is...
Adam.
And we're doing the final piece for the Season 1, which is our top 5. Each one of us has, well, obviously 5 intros that we think are very well done. And so we're just going to go through them, and you should check these out once you're done listening to this. So,
Or you,
uh,
or you can hit the pause and go watch it and then come back and hear what we have to say about it.
exactly. So as the usual countdown, we'll start at 5 and then go to 1, and we'll hit your top number 5, and then we'll go to mine. So go ahead and say which is your...
Alright, so for my number 5, I went with Evangelion. Uh, just the intro and the music, kind of, all the flashing imagery and stuff, kind of intrigued me the first time I saw it, and still, gives me a good feeling whenever I watch it. It's really, I guess, has a lot of, kind of a peppy song going on, and all the imagery is definitely, flashing all the craziness that is Evangelion, and then it all comes together, and it's one of the ones that I think doesn't fit my norm as far as, ones I like. Usually animes give a good feeling of the way the show is.
Mhm.
I think that intro for Ava is a little more peppy than it definitely than the show is,
Yeah.
but it's still good. I like the music and the imagery. It all comes together nice for me. I like it.
False sense of happiness to a to
Yeah.
a very apocalyptic world. Okay, so my number 5 is Pokemon because that song is insanely just way too catchy. It's one of those things like you can't help singing it, and then you look like a weirdo, but you still sing it, and everybody just gives you kind of that raised eyebrow, and you're like, no, it's good, and then you sing it, and then it gets stuck in their brain, and it's the version of the song that doesn't end. People just keep going back to it over and over again. So that's the reason why I like that one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was singing it a few months ago at work.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody's like, "What the hell?" I was like, "Whatever."
Yeah, you're like, oh, that's what I like. All right. Okay, so number 4 for you.
So my number 4 is going to be Attack on Titan. Just saw this one for first time little while ago. Well, for earlier this season, or did we do that one this for this season?
No, it'll be next season.
But on the next one, right. That's the next season. We have Attack on Titan, which is good. But yeah, the first time they show that intro, it's just intense. Obviously it's in Japanese. I don't know what the hell they're saying, but it's like I was like, gate blows open and all kinds of craziness starts happening.
Yeah, that's another one that maybe is a little Evangelion-ish with it gives you that false sense of happiness, and then even while
To
really
me, it's not
tragic
that one.
things.
To me, that one's not happy. It's we will fight. This is a war song. We're gonna go to battle. We're gonna fight. They definitely don't have any sense of they're losing in that song though, which I guess is the false sense that you don't in the show. They definitely die a lot.
Yeah,
But yeah, but it's just that the fighting spirit coming out we gotta fight these sons of bitches. You know.
exactly,
So
exactly.
that was kind of what.
Yeah, and so my number 4 is actually the Tenchi OVA opener, not Universe or any of the other ones, which are really good as well. But the OVA one is just a very random song, but is done completely in English, which is actually kind of unique because they don't normally do that. And it's just kind of very uplifting song, just telling you hey, there's all this stuff to go explore. Go, be this pioneer kind of thing. And I was like, oh, that's a really cool message for at the beginning of it. I always enjoyed watching the opener. I never actually skipped it when it came up.
Yeah, yeah. So that's a good one. So for my 3, I went with Black Lagoon. It was one that for me was really fits the show. It's got that a really rock kind of song, flashing all the images of of Revy just rocking her guns and shooting stuff. It's very very fitting to the show. Has a good feel. It's good at. It makes you know what you're walking into, which is
Yeah, very high energy kind of a thing.
very much so.
And mine is Ranma One Half season 1 intro because it has that repeating song
It's
that's very
catchy.
repeated, very catchy, and you find yourself even years later just all of a sudden singing it.
Well,
So all mine are very
I
catchy
haven't
things.
I haven't watched it since when we used to live by each other,
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure you're talking about the one that goes yeah, papa, yeah, papa,
yeah,
like that.
exactly.
Yeah. So I mean, I haven't seen that in over a decade or more, and it's still stuck in my head. So
Exactly, and that's why I enjoy it because it's one of those things like if you've seen it once, you're going to remember some piece of it, and even if you skip it again, like even if you had it on mute, you could hear it in your head. It resonates every time you see it. So
it just gets in your brain.
yeah, until you want to get it out with a spoon. I don't know. But yeah, but I actually enjoy that. So yeah, that is definitely one I say is worth seeing.
So for the last two, we have actually combined because they're this. We agree on these two.
Yeah, we both have the exact same too. So
So for two, we have Trigun.
yep,
Another one, I think that one, for the most part, except for in the towards the end when it starts to get serious, for the most part, that one pretty is the feel of the show. It's kind of fun, but there is a little. I mean, it's fun, but a lot of energy to it. But there's still. I think even then, there's still a little bit of seriousness too. I mean, it's got that good electric, guitar riff going.
hmm yeah, and
Scene.
it just feels it has a very good feel to it. It's really quick, it's catchy, and kind of gives you that here's this planet, you can check it out. I think it keeps pace with the show and makes it definitely worth watching,
They
especially if
definitely.
you're binge watching the show.
Oh yeah, that's one of the ones that I watched most of the time. Well, at least definitely and almost every time when I was watching it for the first time I watched that. It's one I'll still like I won't jump over. It's one I still won't jump over every time, even though I've seen that. I've watched that. I've probably watched Trigun at least almost 10 times or more now.
Yep,
So it's just a fun show.
exactly. And we did, yeah. And if you haven't seen we did a podcast for it, go back and check. So, and then our number one, which is Cowboy Bebop, which we also did cover in this season, has just the amazing it has amazing music overall, but the intro is one that you just hear it. Like you can mute it and you'd still hear it.
That's another one that just like Cowboy Bebop is just so iconic as
Yeah,
far as anime goes. That intro, that jazzy song going on, the horns going, the flashing all the imagery and bounties. You can see the silhouettes of the characters, and you know who they are because they're great. They're memorable, and they just have a look to them that you don't need to see the full character. You just see the silhouette. You know who it is.
exactly.
I think that's it's one of the marks of that show that's makes it great. I think.
Yeah, and it just had great chords throughout the whole song too. But with the bass, the way it just played, and
Oh yeah.
the small amount of actual words that they use in conjunction with it, just made it really cool.
Yeah, it's hard to beat Bebop.
Yeah, yeah, it really is. So essentially, there's our top five. That our top two were the same, and we each had different last three, but each one of them is worth checking out. If there's video with this, enjoy the video. If not, then I will put in the links below a link to each of the videos so that you can pause it and watch them and listen to what we have to say afterwards. So this is our kind of season ender till season 2, where we'll have a bunch of different shows. It'll be something enjoyable for everyone. So we'll look forward to seeing you in our season 2, and if you want to, leave in the comments below what you think are the best movie intros if you disagree with us. Thanks for listening, and without any of you guys, we would be just talking to ourselves. So,
Which is only a little fun.
we always enjoy comments. So, thanks for watching, and yeah, see you on the next season.
Thank you, everyone.